Hi folks, Sandro here with more cartoon news and shenanigans. And if you'd like more cartoon news and shenanigans, I'd ask you to please subscribe to my channel. In fact, do it right now so you don't forget about it later. And I thank you very much for that, guys. Today, we have a pretty interesting topic. It is The Freak Brothers. There you go. We're here on animationmagazine.net, article by Mercedes Milligan. And this is the show here, just in case you guys didn't know. The Freak Brothers, there's the characters. It's actually based off of an old comic from many, many decades ago. I think it was the 50s or 60s. I can't remember, but my God, it's a very, very old comic. And finally, after all these years, they brought it to the, animation scene and it got made into a cartoon. And it's an adult cartoon, which is very, very rare. I don't know what's been going on recently. I feel maybe I'm not looking hard enough, but I feel like I just haven't been finding that companies are taking risks and making these adult animation. Like this show has like nudity, like cleavage, like set. Okay. Not too much sex, but it does have nudity. It has drugs, etc., etc., etc. And it's an adult cartoon, which is very rare. There's other adult cartoons in the vein of adults, but they don't actually have that much. So this is like in the vein of South Park, where they're actually gonna show nudity, like breasts and stuff. Very, very cool. I can't remember. Did they swear in the first episode? I think they did. I think some characters probably swore. I wasn't paying hard enough attention, but I did. I read through the article, so you guys don't have to read through here. I just wanted to read the first sequence here because that's the only thing that matters. Let's read the title here. The Freak Brothers premiere tops Tubi's most watched episode. So this is shocking to me. I didn't realize that many people were starving for adult cartoons, especially like this is definitely has to be a rated R show, right? I didn't realize there was that much demand for it. I've seen other articles in the past that said that there's a huge demand for animation, anime, and cartoons in general, especially during the start of the pandemic. People really, really wanted cartoons. And luckily, because everybody's working from home, a lot of companies switched to animation, and this is just great. So I didn't realize how much people wanted this, and we're going to read this quick little segment here. Tubi announced the premiere episode of its first ever original animated series, The Freak Brothers, delivered the platform's most watched episode, ranking #1 total viewing time since it launched on Sunday on Fox Entertainment's free streaming service. So there you go. Tubi. It came to Tubi, and it's the number one. And it is a good show. I'm going to talk about, I did watch the first episode. I was going to do a separate video review, and then I'm like, no, I'll just quickly talk about it here. I'll just combine these into one episode really quick. And yeah, so there's that. And then additionally, the new tune based on the cult classic Underground comic series delivered 80% more viewers than the #2 series on the platform. So everybody kind of just collectively came to Tubi and watched the crap out of this show. And I believe there is a second. I think there's 2 episodes. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I only saw the first one, but I think I saw on some website that the second episode was out now. I haven't seen the second episode yet, but the first one was really good. I only have one problem with it. One problem. So when I wasn't familiar with the Freak Brothers outside of all I knew was that it was a comic book series, right? That's all I knew. And it mentioned that, the synopsis, right? When I was reading the article back in the day, I was like, okay, so this is about time travel, right? So I thought I thought they were going to have a time machine or Back to the Future. I thought they were going to have a DeLorean or a hot tub. Yeah, a hot tub time machine. They were going to have a hot tub time machine. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? I thought they were going to have a time machine. No, that's not the case. So spoilers ahead. They end up smoking this strain of marijuana that is so potent that it keeps them in a stasis. Chronostasis. You ever see the first episode of Futurama where Fry gets into that chamber? I don't know. Is it a stasis chamber or something? He goes in there and he kind of gets frozen in time, and then he wakes up in the future. That's what happens here, except instead of going into a machine, he kind of just is it a cryogenic machine in Futurama? I can't remember exactly, but the first episode of Futurama, if you've ever seen it, Fry goes into the future, right? Here, they jump about 50 years into the future. And they basically just smoke some magical strain of marijuana, and it preserves their body. They didn't die of hunger. They didn't decay. One of the more unbelievable things is that their house was demolished 8 times, and nobody checked the basement to see if they were alive down there. I don't know what the heck that was all about. But turns out they were in the basement for 8 different house sales or something like that, right? It was like 6 or 7, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. You just see their house getting demolished and rebuilt and rebuilt. And yeah, I'm like, there's no way nobody would have found them for like 50 years straight. You know what I mean? I feel like it would have been more believable if they like, I don't know, if they had an underground bunker, you know, like in the hippie ages, maybe like maybe they were scared that there was going to be like a war, you know, and they bought a bunker, and it was a secret bunker, and they went down into that's how I would have written it. The fact that they were just in a basement for 50 years is kind of like BS. I don't know. That seems unbelievable as all hell. And, you know, no bugs, no creatures, like, you know, feasted on them. I don't know. You know, wouldn't spiders, like, eventually just, like, eat them alive? Or it would no, I don't know. Some kind of insects would probably just eat them, right? I don't know about this, but, hey, it worked. You know, they ended up traveling to the future, and that was my biggest gripe. See, and it was my own fault, right? Like, I guess I never read the comic franchise. I never knew. All I heard was time travel, and I'm like, oh my god, I love time travel. You know, I love like Steins Gate, Back to the Future, Hot Tub Time Machine, all these franchises that have time travel. I just love them, right? So I thought that there was going to be a bigger time component to this show, but it's fine. It's still a fine show. I really enjoy it. I would give it right now off the first episode. This is kind of like hyperbolic. You can't really like rate an entire series off. I don't know. You know, I feel like, oh, by the way, the episodes are like half an hour long, and we're getting 8 episodes for the whole series of season 1. And judging by how well this did, it'll probably get a season 2. But yeah, basically, oh shoot, I lost my train of thought there. But basically, we're getting 8 episodes, and the Freak Brothers is pretty good. Oh, that's right. I was saying that I didn't want to rate it, so just off the first episode, but I would give it an 8 out of 10. This is an adult show, and I'm happy to see it. I'm genuinely happy to see an adult show. I like the voice acting. I think the characters, my personal favorite, and I need to get more used to their names. They don't say their names very often, so it's one of those shows where you kind of just have to pick their names up. But the brother with the black hair is my favorite out of all 3 of them. I found him to be the funniest, and he just looks wacky. He actually I don't know, there was a kids show I used to watch. It was called 7 Little Monsters. You ever remember that show? 7 Little Monsters? 7 Little Monsters. Yeah, this show here. I think this was also based off of a children's book, you know, unlike the other one, which was based off comics, but they're both based off books. But number 2, was it? Number 4? No, wait, it was number 2. Yeah, number 2 with the long nose. I don't know why. This character kind of just reminds me of that guy. You know, he kind of has the long nose going on there. They are the Freak Brothers after all, so they look a little bit wacky here, you know. I guess the cowboy one doesn't really look all that wacky, but I mean, his chin does look like a pair of testicles. So yeah, so there's that. And I think that's all I wanted to say on this show. I enjoyed it. I didn't have any there were some great musical numbers in this one for sure. I did enjoy the music. I think they even had like, you know, actual songs. They had like original songs where they sang about the Freak Brothers in a marijuana dispensary. And then I believe they actually had some like real like songs in there too. So they had a good mix. I do enjoy it when an animation tries to make its own original songs. Always love it. Even when they do a parody of a song, you know, sometimes shows like they'll take a famous song and they'll just change the lyrics up a little bit. I think this was a great show so far. I would recommend it. This is, you don't often hear me on this channel. I don't often go out of my way and be like, I recommend this show. I don't say that too often, but I actually recommend this show. I think you guys should go watch it. Like I said, 8 out of 10 for the first episode. Could that go down if more episodes air and they're not great? That could definitely go down. But for the first episode, I enjoyed myself. I'm giving this an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. So that's it. Without diddly-daddling too further here, let me know, did you guys watch The Freak Brothers? Are you planning to watch The Freak Brothers? And let me know your thoughts on the songs. Let me know your thoughts on the sort of time travel. Would you have rather they had some kind of like magical time traveling bong or some kind of time travel device instead of just like skipping into the future 50 years? Let me know all your thoughts on these things in the comments section down below. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. And that's it for me, guys. Have a great day. I hope you enjoy The Freak Brothers. It was pretty great. And that's all for me. See you later. Bye-bye.